Let us start the regular briefing of the COVID-19 cases in Korea. At this briefing, Mr. Yoon Tae-ho, in charge of the quarantine measures, will make the briefing, as well as we have other authorities who are in charge of the preventive measures. We'll take the questions, and the sign interpreter will come up to the stage. Mr. Yoon will brief you on the COVID-19 countermeasures. Let us start the regular briefing of April 2nd. As of midnight at April 2nd, there are 533 local infection cases and 25 imported cases. We had seen 2 fatalities yesterday. We extend our deepest condolences to the deceased and the bereaved families. About the tests, there were tests on suspicious cases of more than 70,000, and at the triage centers, we have seen in total of 74,000 tests, and the medical countermeasures, the availabilities for the beds, we have 17 for critical cases and more than 9,500 for moderate cases. And let me touch upon how we are going to strengthen the preventive measures. A lot of people around Korea, they are abiding by the regulations and measures that we had put in place. However, we are still seeing a lot of cases who are breaching the countermeasures, which makes other people in danger. And therefore, the Korean government had a meeting this morning, and we are going to strengthen the quarantine measures and the preventive measures, and we will carry out the measures mercilessly. And let me touch upon the no tolerance policy. For about a month, we have seen more than 9,700 cases who breached the measures, and out of this, about 7,000 were moderate cases of breaching, and about 2,000 were fined and they were sued. So until now, we can say that no tolerance policy was a little bit lax. And if you breach the countermeasures that government had put in place, you will not be eligible for the emergency fund that is given out to the people. People who have carried out actions of illegal actions, we are going to take them into accountability. And with the help of municipal governments, we are suing in total of 17 cases that breached our measures. The government will make sure that this no tolerance policy will take place and take root in the society, and we are giving guidance out to the local governments. The government, where the herd infections, the cluster infections have broken out, we are going to put in place stringent no tolerance policy. We are, however, going to respect the autonomy of the local governments. However, we are going to make sure that these no tolerance policy is carried out in a equal manner. And the major part about these measures that the government put in place would be about wearing face masks and abiding by the operating hours. And if there are any cases that of infected and confirmed cases due to these breaching of the measures, we are going to take stringent measures against it. The government had revised the government measures to tackle the pandemic, and this will be taken into effect during April. So if you breach the measures to ban the gatherings and the operating hours, we are going to make sure that these policies are active in real in the operational field. In April, we have seen a cluster infections in the handball athlete groups, and it is difficult for the athletes to wear face masks at all times. So this has some peculiar aspect to the sports realm. And the government had come up with new measures that these athletes and youth athletes at schools, they will do the regular inspections themselves and cleaning activities, and by different sports majors, they will carry out their own preventive measures that is guided by the government, and the government will have regular inspections upon it. And the Korea Sports Association will come up with their own policies and countermeasures. And the government will check on their adherence to their new measures. And together with the Korea Athletes Association, we will carry out the on-site inspections on these sports sites and schools that have sports teams. And we asked all the related authorities to take their fullest measures to carry out these inspections. From yesterday, we have started vaccinations of the people over 75 years of age, and I hope that we all understand that this is the only way to protect the Korean society. And those who were noted with the inoculation schedules, I ask all these people to proactively take the inoculations. Today we are having a great spring day. However, we have seen more than 500 confirmed cases. We are seeing more spread of the virus around the country, and it is very difficult to find a safe haven from the COVID-19. So as a result, it means that we have to abide by the stringent measures that the government had put in place to prevent any further prevention. Wearing your face masks and washing your hands frequently will reduce the risk of contracting this virus dramatically. This weekend, we are expecting a lot of gatherings, especially religious ones. So we ask all the people related to these religious gatherings to abide by stringent measures, and if you can, please stay at home as much as possible. And if you were asked or recommended to take the COVID-19 tests, please do so. Do not delay delay because we have seen a lot of cases where by delaying you are putting a lot of people more at risk. For the vaccinations to carry out seamlessly, it is important that we all have this information in mind and that we all abide by the preventive measures that we can practice every day. The government will do our utmost for us to go back to our normalcy. We will now go to Q&A.